Ace, believe it or not. Gotta check something.
I can't allow strangers into the base given the circumstances. Is Captain Sienkiewicz expecting you?
Let's find out.
Everyone stay put.
Target acquired! Execute! Execute! Target eliminated! I need cover! You're entering Ward territory, Stalker. You have no business being here, you hear me? Turn around and get lost.
I've got a permit from Colonel Korshunov.
Are we hiring stalkers now, too? Whatever. As long as you can help. Come on in. The commander's in the main building. We've got an infirmary there now.
I would not recommend doubling the dosage. These medications have a cumulative...
Captain, do it.
This is not the wisest course of action.
Expecting any help from you wasn't the wisest course of action. You've been here for 2 weeks and my men are only getting worse.
I'm sick of standing.
Sometimes we have to let the patient get a little worse in order to figure out what's wrong with him. I have the situation firmly in hand.
That's what worries me. Sirka promised me the best expert in the field. Where is he? Who's going to tell me what happened to my men?
I am. But it'll take time. Have some patience, Captain. Your doctor has all the medications we need, and my devices are monitoring the situation. You will be the first to know.
Unless I lose my marbles myself first. That's it. I'm done waiting. You're dismissed, Doc. Stalker? How did you get in here?
One of your men is a rat.
One of my men? Bullshit.
I intercepted a message about a plot to sabotage Icarus. It was sent over an old frequency, a monolithian one. Just like the PDA the traitor used to communicate.
If it's old, we can trace it. I bet it's Krivenko. He puts his shitty gadgets all over the place, thinking we'd never put two and two together. All right, here's the plan. I'll send my soldiers for a walk around the camp, just in case. You get rid of the antennas. They'll jam any direction finder.
Who's Krivenko? Why do you suspect him?
You just saw him. That circle rat. That bozo showed up as soon as my men started hearing things, with papers signed by Dahlan himself. And I never even sent a request to Circa. He hasn't done a damn thing in 2 weeks other than set up his locators to monitor the situation. I trust my soldiers, but not those Circa crooks.
What's the purpose of these antennas?
On paper, to monitor the level of anomalous exposure. As for what they really do, your guess is as good as mine. If not for the papers from Dahlan, I'd toss Krivenko into the nearest anomaly myself. Then he can measure the exposure on his own ass till the cows come home.
I want to talk to Krivenko first.
Go ahead, and don't forget to talk to our quartermaster afterwards. He could spin a whole platoon's worth of briefs out of the wool Krivenko's gonna pull over your eyes.
A stalker at Icarus. These are desperate times indeed. How are you feeling? Any headaches? Dizziness, perhaps? I wish I had the proper equipment to read your Psi signature. Given the circumstances, it never hurts to have a control sample.
Psi signature? What's that?
How can I explain it in a way even a stalker could understand? Let's say it's like your brain's fingerprint. It's not quite a scientific explanation, but it gets the point across.
So what exactly is going on here anyway?
Psi exposure of unidentified origin and power, and unidentified consequences. Unidentified for now, but I'm working on it.
The captain isn't happy about your antennas. He even asked me to destroy them.
How barbaric. But I can see where the captain's coming from. He wants to look out for his man, even if it costs him his career. I've got to hand it to him. However, his sacrifice will be for North if we don't discover what's going on here, and who is responsible for it.
That's what I need you for. I've been informed about a traitor at Icarus. Can you track him down?
In theory. I need to get up-to-date readings from the scanning antennas before he does anything drastic. Let's collect the evidence before he destroys it.
How would your data help us figure out what's going on?
Don't get me wrong. I could explain everything, of course, but why bother? If you wanted to listen to my lectures, you'd be a scientist, not a stalker. Just bring the data to me, and I'll do what I was sent here to do.
If you ask me, Stankevich's methods inspire more confidence.
Is that so? Well, give my regards to the captain. And don't forget to warn him. If anything happens to my equipment, he can say goodbye to his career in the ward. I'll make sure of it. Trying to get on the captain's good side, are you? I thought you were smarter than that.
It's fine. It's easier to breathe here. Just don't tell anybody, okay? The air down below is kinda stuffy and dank. Because of the swamps, I guess. Nobody's noticed I'm on my 7th watch in a row up here. Keep a low profile, okay? Alright. Push. I'm not telling anyone. But I don't want to be taken off this post.
About time. The thing's making my head spin.
You should have seen the look on Kravenko's face. You know how to get the job done, Stalker. As well as any of my men.
Did you find out anything about the monolithian PDA? Nothing should get in the way of tracking it now.
I wish. Apparently the antennas weren't the only thing jamming the direction finder. There's also something beneath Icarus itself. Early on, I sent Shterov to check on the underground area. That's what we're guarding here after all. He said the coast was clear. I don't like this. I've known Shterov for 10 years. He's tough as nails. If he's our rat... Get to the planetarium. They'll let you in. Find the source and smash it to smithereens.
We were told you were coming. You can go in. Just keep your head down. You might see things from time to time.
Well, what the fuck was under the planetarium?
Some kind of strange device. It had more rads than an anomaly. I didn't feel right until I smashed it to bits. And that's all that's left of it.
So that's why my men were losing their shit. Sterev, you piece of shit. I'm gonna bury you.
Can we track him? I'd like to talk to him too.
He's not getting away now. I'll drain these swamps, dig them up, and look under every rock. He's gonna answer all my questions. Who, why, on whose orders. So many good men had to be discharged back to the mainland, or worse, because of that asshole. Polanski, get me on the radio on the double.
Yes, sir. On the double, sir.
Attention, all patrols. You are to detain Lieutenant Sterev at once. Do not negotiate with him. If you encounter resistance, shoot to kill. Alpha Team, you're cleared to enter the Claw. Bravo Team, get to the vent. Use extreme caution. The Lieutenant may employ monolith weapons or tech. I sent you the coordinates of the patrols, Stalker. Give them some backup. We can't let Sterev get away. Check in with our medic. Have him give you some circa pills. They'll come in handy in the swamps.
Goddamn swamps. Goddamn some cabbage. I've got to do something.
Sarge! Hey, Sarge! Tell the captain to get someone to replace me.
I'll tell him. You drink this, and I'll tell him.
I'll drink it once he relieves me of my watch. Don't you remember regulations?
Stalker, don't trust anyone around here. They're not real. The real Captain Sienkiewicz is lying over there. He hasn't budged in 3 days. And they drowned Batalov in the swamp to make sure nobody could stop them from taking over. I saw it with my own eyes.
When I left for Icarus, I thought it'd be like a vacation. Small, remote garrison, what could go wrong? An encounter with local fauna or food poisoning at worst. Boy, was I wrong. There isn't a single empty bed left in the infirmary. We bring a new patient in every day. I can't remember the last time I got a good night's sleep. Definitely before I got here. So for the time being, you seem to be the most mentally stable one here. But trust me, it won't last long.
I need some circa pills. Captain's orders.
The captain should be thinking about his men instead. I can barely scrape together enough to treat the sick. Here you go. Don't take these unless it's absolutely necessary, or you can kiss your liver goodbye. Look, Stalker, can you help me with something? 3 of my patients have run away, and I'm afraid their meds won't help them anymore. Not as long as they stay in the zone, at least.
What do you want me to do?
When you find them, shoot them in the legs. Then I'll send them back to the mainland on a medical discharge. They just might stand a chance out there.
That could get them killed. You sure about this?
I know it's risky. But if we don't take this risk, they'll end up at Circa. And no one with a diagnosis like that has ever come back from there. They're better off dead. Trust me on that.
How did your patients manage to escape?
I have no idea. But they managed to do it without setting off any alarms. And I'm not surprised in the least. Even when they're out of their minds, wardens are still pros. And these guys are scouts to boot.
Any idea where I should look for your runaways?
How the fuck should I know? If I did, I'd find them myself. All I have is their personal belongings. There, in the drawer. You can dig around in there and see if I missed anything. Maybe go ask the loners on the cargo ship if they saw anyone. They scurry around all over the place like rats. Present company excluded, of course. You're basically one of us now. By the way, thank you, Stalker. There aren't that many people here who actually care.
Need anything adjusted?
Do you have any work for me?
With the equipment and the people here both going haywire, we have got plenty. I know what to do when a mission fails, but if my head goes out of whack, I gotta ask Batalo for a bed by the window. And those eggheads from Circa give us nothing but pills. Thanks, but no thanks. If I had the parts, I would make me a psi suit already. They got some, but they ain't giving us any. You can get the parts at the depot, though. Bring them to me, and I will make you a psi suit too. A stalker could sure use one of those in the swamps.
Why would you need a psi suit when you've got pills?
As with anything that comes from Circa, those pills might solve your problem on the spot, but then you will have to deal with the side effects for the rest of your life. I may be a little bit crazy now too, but I trust myself more than their meds.
How did the parts end up outside Circa?
We got artists from the top brass to set up a mobile lab. The previous tech was setting up a power grid there, but after the first equipment delivery, the project fell apart. They discovered biological activity in the form of a mutant. The eggheads ran back to Circa, and what little they brought with them was left here to gather dust. They've got plenty of this stuff back at the Institute.
All right. I'll get you your parts.
Get to the depot. There is a huge hangar there with these doors. The parts are inside. The entrance is electronically locked, but you should be able to get in no problem. Unless my tools deceive me, Circa still keeps the place powered on. Find some spare parts post-haste and get back to me. No one's supposed to be in there anymore. I think.
It sure feels nice here now. Like home. Where's Beard been all this time?
I'm Beard.
I heard he's been
I've been the
hanging out
captain
with
of this
Kenny
rust
and
bucket for a
Frankie.
year now.
They go way back.
I used to be in
Ever since
charge of the
Peggy first came
Skardovsk.
to the zone.
That's what we used to call her back in the day.
So why'd he come back?
No clue.
Been 7
Maybe he
years.
just missed the swamps.
But I remember it like it was yesterday. I can fill you in on the rest of the story later, or the guys are gonna get weird about it. We all lost the Skardovsk, but not everyone wants to bring it up.
Have any wardens stopped by your place lately? They might have been acting weird.
I haven't seen them, but I might know something. That kind of information has a price, you know?
All right, here you go. Now spill it.
I heard the guys talking about them wardens. They're weirdos. Nut jobs, maybe. They were last seen here. I've sent you the coordinates. Welcome aboard.
What can you tell me about the Shevchenko?
Well, as you can see, she's a bit of a wreck. But her ship doesn't have to be pretty. She just needs to stay afloat. Here on the Shevchenko, you can buy supplies, take a breather, and wait out an emission. The Skadovska's a lot comfier. But as long as bandits call her the Sultans can claim her as their own, I wouldn't go there. Just wait for her to come home to port. The zone sees right through you. While you're running around shooting mutants, scavenging for artifacts, it peels the fake stuff off, bit by bit. And then it hands you a mirror to show who you really are.
You need anything?
I might. Say, Stalker, what do you usually do first? Shoot or think?
I think. But I do it really fast.
Good to know. Then I do have a job for you. The Sultan's bandits snatched my men in the swamps. They were ready, rounded up the whole group. Featured the Croker's the only guy who made it back.
Yeah, they rounded us up, all right. The fuckers ambushed us.
I'd go myself, but I'm busy running everything here on the Shevchenko. The job won't be easy. You can't just shoot your way in. So, will you go rescue my stalkers?
How did Croker manage to escape?
He didn't. They let him go so he could deliver the message. And they shot at his feet to give him a little extra motivation. He was scared shitless. Shitless and speechless. Had to give him some vodka to calm his nerves. Now, you can't stop calming him. Blathering on and on. I don't listen much. He'll regret most of it when he sobers up.
Yeah, I'm one hell of a blather, all right. But when it comes to dealing with them thugs...
You mentioned the Sultan. Who's that?
He's a mob boss, and a cunning son of a bitch. He took the Skadovsk from me 7 years ago. Scored himself some pretty good guns and hijacked my ship. He calls her the Sultansk now. I left. Couldn't bear watching what those outlaws did to her. I went to Pripyat, to Dektyarev. Bad decision. Thought I'd never come back to the swamps. But here I am. Got homesick and came back. Maybe I'll even go get the Skadovsk her old name back.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Glad to hear it. The bandits are holding Croker's group at their camp. They'll be waiting for you. Those lowlifes know I never give up my men. And Stalker, this job requires precision. Get my men back, and you'll get plenty of coupons. I promise.
Hey, what's the ringmaster up to now?
Who the Check it out, Hutch! We've got a guest! Are you looking for your pals, Loner? I hope your pockets ain't empty. The ringmaster wouldn't like that. Come on, do a little dance! Jump, jump! Let me hear those coins jingle!
Hey, what's the ringmaster up to now?
Who the fuck cares? We're not little stuck up, ain't ya? Whatever. When the ringmaster says dance, you better dance.
Come on, Din! Don't mess with customers before the show! Invite him in!
Fine. Welcome. Or whatever.
Hey, what's the ringmaster up to now?
Get your ass to the ringmaster.
Who the fuck
He
cares?
doesn't like to wait.
We're not the ones on stage. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show.
Look at that. Another performer. We've had so many volunteers lately.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the ringmaster. But you should have known that before you showed your face around here.
What's going on here, anyway?
How does the saying go again, Shaft? Seeing is believing, right? Although, in this case, seeing might be hazardous to your health. We could make you participate. The lead roles are all taken, but I promise I'll get you something.
Beard sent me. I'm looking for his men.
Oh, I'm sure I can find a part for one of Beard's boys. Too bad he didn't show up himself. I'll give him a call. Hey, Beard, I've got a little show for you. I had 3 of your chumps all dressed up, and now I just got another. Are you gonna pay for wrecking my show? Or should we get started without you?
I would pay if I could be sure you'll release my men.
Why? My word isn't enough for you.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I sent you the Stalker, to talk. If you want the money, release my men.
Oh, what's that? Static? An explosion? No, it's an atomic load of bullshit. Looks like Beard is broke. So I guess you're gonna have to pony up the dough for your pals. Either that, or you're in the show too. Let me explain the rules.
I guess I'm in. What kind of show is this?
Oh, just shooting apples. Take your seats in the front row, boys. The show is about to begin.
Hey, can he read?
Hey, you're a fast learner. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Bravo. Bravo. Give yourselves a round of applause. Don't be shy now.
Yikes. That was close. Thanks, Stalker. Drop by the Shevchenko. Beard's got a hefty reward for you.
Got a question for me, clown?
What's the point of all this?
Do I need a reason? I'm bored. There's no space for my creative ambitions here in the swamps. And you stalkers need to know your place. You're a bunch of cocky pricks. So I took you down a peg.
Black kilos keep landing at Circa every night. Security, dogs.
Welcome aboard.
I think they're survivors from the chemical plant.
Hey, Beard. About that job of yours?
Well, speak of the devil. Just heard from my men. Thank you for saving them all. Coupons aren't worth a man's life, but you can still use them to show your gratitude. Here you go.
I guess you owe us all some booze, Beard.
You weren't even a hostage.
You wouldn't even know about the hostages if it wasn't for me. Come all the way here. Fucking hell. And then, where'd you come from? The ladder's broken. Keep your hands up.
I'm a friendly. Captain Sienkiewicz sent me.
The captain sent a stalker? Why?
Where's your commander? Is he alive?
I think so. He's crazy as fuck. Took one of the guys and went to look for the backup power system. I guess it's supposed to open another way out or something. Give me a med kit, Stalker. I'm out.
Here, help yourself.
Now I'm good.
Sergeant? Oh, the Stalker. So you're the one who killed that thing, eh? Thanks. What are you doing here? Looking for a backup power system too? Well, you found it. The switch is right behind me.
Why didn't you leave? You know how to get to the exit.
How am I supposed to do that? I've only got one mag left. Enough for the likes of you, but not for a bloodsucker.
How did you end up here, Lieutenant?
Some bloodsuckers chased me here. I thought I was a goner. Good thing the doors held. I had to break off from the rest of the squad.
I'm looking for Sterev. Where is he?
Sterev, huh? Well, you're out of luck, asshole. My orders are to eliminate anyone connected to the lieutenant.
We're on the same side.
Damn! Why didn't you show me that right away? Listen up, Stalker. Something weird's going on at Echo Station. They called me for backup, and then the signal cut off mid-sentence. I think they're under attack.
Sterev.
Who else? I sent you the coordinates. Get over there on a double. We can't let that bastard get away.
Happiness requires sacrifice. I know you understand this. It's all right. We're almost there. I just need to turn it on. I had to do it. He's right. You're a scientist. You have to understand me. The small must not stand in the way of the great.
Why did you turn against your own men? What did they promise you?
Acceptance. Purpose. Not the false purpose of the ward. A real purpose. Happiness.
What are you talking about? Who is he?
Have you ever felt needed? Like you're not alone anymore? I never have. Not until he spoke to me.
Lieutenant, wake up. I've got something that'll help you come to your senses.
I don't want to wake up, Stalker. I want to go to him. I want to be happy again. He went silent. And then those rats from Circa didn't want to reach you in the antenna. I had to do it. Don't you understand? I'm almost done, Stalker. I'm sorry, but I can't leave any witnesses.
You're a tenacious one, soldier. Ruthless, too. There are no better qualities for those who walk his path. You've earned the right to hear me once more. On a ship bound for nowhere is a guide who's trying to stay afloat. He will show you the way to clear sky. Once you get there, you'll never be alone again. Come to me.
Skiff, come in. What about Stedev? Did you find him?
He's dead. He lost his shit and shot everybody at Echo Station.
Fuck me. The Colonel's gonna rip me a new one for that. Anyway, thanks for dealing with him. I'll send some men over to clean up the mess.
Black Hilo.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. We've got gas in our swamp. I'm sorry, I mean their swamp. It belongs to those paragons of clean living, of course. What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about Clear Sky?
It used to be a faction. They were searching for the ways of the zone, but they got lost. They're gone now. Their base is still out there, but there's no way to get inside. And that's for the best. The zone has some secrets that are best left undisturbed.
Looks like every asshole in the zone knows who you are.
Hey, don't be so rude to the noble proprietors of this fine rust bucket. But you're right. I'm sort of a regular around here. A side effect of living in the zone for about 10 years, I guess. And I've never joined any of the factions. Guess that's why the locals like me. At the very least, they hate me a little less than they hate each other.
Is everything all right? Or are you celebrating something?
Do I need an excuse to have a little radiation treatment? I went to the wrong place, and now I'm giving the radionuclides the old heave-o. And I mean that literally. I'd rather drink water from the river than the booze they got around here.
Fine. Head to the Skydovsk then. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, don't you eavesdrop on me?
I'm looking for a guide to Clear Sky. Can you help me?
Wanna hear a story? Don't answer. I'm gonna tell you anyways. I've just had about enough for a little tale. I used to be a guide. It's true. I figured I was leading people around the zone. Turns out I was lying through my teeth. To myself. I thought I knew it all. I thought I could take anyone, anywhere. What kind of mistakes does a stalker make, huh? You can mess up your detector, you lose your loot. With guides, it's a different story. Especially when the zone wants to put them in their place. You dig?
I need a guide, not a gig as a therapist. Get to the point.
You're a mean one, Mr. Skiff. But at least you're honest. I guess that's better than the other way around. I'm not taking you anywhere. You need Nimble. He's a little on the cookie side, but he always gets out of trouble alive. You'll know him by the Snorgas mask on his shoulder. Don't ask him about it. The last time I saw him was with Trapper. The Sultan hired the hunter to kill mutants in the swamps. So Trapper pestered every guy to take him straight up the swamp's ass. I just sent you the coordinates of that ass. Watch yourself.
I don't need a...
Hey, trying to ruin my hunt, are you?
What are you hunting here?
Here in the zone, you never know for sure. I haven't seen anything but the Sultan's boys, and they're scattered all over the swamps. Keep your eyes open. The creature's nearby. I can feel it. My gut never lies.
I hear you used to work with Nimble. I'm looking for him.
Yeah, I did. He wasn't much help, though. I sent him to a snort cave. All he had to do was hit a button, but I haven't heard any explosions yet. The bastard sure was glad to get his pay up front. Now I remember why they called him Nimble.
So what kind of job were you working on with Nimble?
Something for the Sultan. He's a scumbag, of course, but he's a very thorough scumbag. He asked us to mop up the local mutants, so his boys wouldn't be so scared to cross the swamps.
Can you give me the coordinates to the cave? I'll try looking for him.
What's the point? He's already drinking away the Sultan's advance somewhere. Sure, you can have it. Quiet! Did you hear that?
What?
The creature's here! Come on, grab your biggest gun. This is gonna be one hell of a hunt. Let's dance! Present for you. Good to see you around. Good hunting.
I don't know who you are, Stalker, but you best run.
little too close. I thought it was game over for sure.
Clear. Skybase.
You good now, bro? That's what I thought. 2 close calls in a minute. Not cool. Fucking snorks, man. You were asking about clear sky. What do you want to know?
The night back at the old bridge, you stole my scanner and gave me a hell of a headache.
That's horseshit, man. I ain't been back at the old bridge in a long time. There's all fast, man. Shit. I'm just a guide. I was only showing the way, all right?
Yeah? To monolithians.
It was a run-of-the-mill job where the customer's kind of shady, all obsessed with a monolith and shit. But I'm not in the business of killing stalkers.
But you are in the business with Faust.
He ain't that bad. Maybe a couple of screws loose, but here in the zone, don't exactly make him unique. Although, that whole blind thing, I think it's a crock of shit.
That's a pretty stupid take.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
other?
Lots. You, patch me up and I'll share everything.
Stop pretending and get up.
Sure. Ask away. I'll tell you whatever you want, then I'm out of here. I'm fucking done. Finita la comedia. Fucking swamps, man. I gotta deal with some bullshit every single time.
What is clear sky anyway?
It used to be a faction. They broke up a long time ago. I used to help them out here and there, fetching stuff, running errands. They paid and fed me well, so I never asked them what they were after. Now, Faust has taken over what's left of their base. He even somehow got around Kalencha's defenses. His men still need a guide, but he's walking around like he owns the place. Don't look at me like that. I don't get it either.
Why did you decide to work with Faust?
Because he paid me an artifact. Some military-grade weapons, too. Ward shit. I even got a Gauss rifle. Sold it in the blink of an eye, although I should have auctioned it off. I don't know how he got to clear sky, or why I had to guide his men there and back. That's none of my business. Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
How do I get to clear sky?
I saved your life once, and now I just might save it again. Don't go there. Steer clear of that place.
I should have shot you after all.
Fine. If you want to die, be my guest. Here's a map. Professor Kalencha set up some defenses when you left clear sky. You can't get through without this map. There are beacons on the map. You have to calibrate 4 of them to your signal. Then, you can get through the ruins in the swamps and into clear sky. Any other questions?
Who is this Kalancha guy?
A scientist. Very smart guy. He was a clear sky too. He knew things were going south. He's the one who gave me the map, told me all about the beacons. Then he took off without even saying goodbye. I guess he just couldn't stick around that base anymore. Not after everything that went down. I get it. Whatever Faust is doing there, the clear sky, it's like robbing a grave. A mass grave.
So what happened at the clear sky base?
We went to the center of the zone to stop Stilolo. And I was the only one who made it back. You ever go back home just to find a place deserted and destroyed?
Yes.
Then you know there are some things you just can't fix.
How do those beacons work?
Professor Kalencha mentioned something about them affecting the controlled anomalous psi field there on the clear sky base.
But I never got into that stuff, even though I used to hang out with those clear sky scientists. If it works, good. If it doesn't, screw it. The point is, you can't get to clear sky without the map, and you have to recalibrate the beacons. Otherwise, you'll wander around the ruins until the cows come home. Unless you're Faust. Screw 'em.
All right, you're free to go.
I wouldn't go anywhere near that place if I were you. But I get the feeling you ain't gonna listen. I met a guy once who was as stubborn as you. He had a big-ass scar across his whole face, and crazy eyes, just like yours. How does the zone even find guys like you? I ain't gonna wish you luck. You don't need it. So I, hope we never meet again.
his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Operation Monolith. Hanged. Torn apart by dogs. Killed. Missing. Pripyat. Killed. Dead. Wild Island. Missing. Alive. No information. Shot by loners. Died in an anomaly. Found with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Torn apart by dogs. Operation Monolith. Hanged. Alive but lost. Wait just a second, Skiff. And the scanner is yours. I need to say my goodbyes. Farewell to our great past. Enemies, yes, but united by faith in one idea. For your kind, it was the wish granter. For us, the monolith. It spoke in many tongues, but everyone heard only what they wanted to hear. Repentance. Forgiveness. Not a chance. After a decade of silence, only hatred remains. The monolith has abandoned us to make us understand. Being alive does not mean to be happy. Nothing else matters.